my name is Tatiana and my channel is created by Lady T, and in this channel I talk about quilting, sewing, and crochet, and I also give product reviews. So today in this tutorial I am going to give you a crochet video, and I am actually going to make a 9 by 9 inch square for Project Chemotherapy, which I send a block to them and they put all the blocks together and they make a quilt for people who are having chemotherapy. So it really helps to get as many blocks as they can. And I like to send them a block as much as I can. And today I am going to show you how to make a shell stitch. And you can make a whole block out of one type of stitch called the shell stitch. And it's really pretty and it's very nice. And it's going to be 9 by 9, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. All right, so I made a gauge to see how many shells I need and what size crochet needle I needed to use for 9 inches for me. Now, it may not be the same for you because everybody has different crochet techniques. So this is a size J needle, which is a 6mm needle, and this is just regular 4-weight cotton yarn that I just took from my stash. And in this, for 9 inches, we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shells. And we'll do 5 shells and then we'll do a whole row. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the row is going to be. I know this is 9 inches. And I'm just going to keep going until I do 9 inches. So I'm going to start by showing you how I did this. This is how I started my shell stitches. So I did a loop and I chained 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I've got 28 on a chain. I chained 28. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to count 3. So this is my first chain and it counts as my first double crochet. So I'm going to count 3, which is 1, 2, 3, and on my my fourth one, I am going to make a shell. And how I'm going to make a shell is I'm going to put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and here I have chained I've made a shell, and this first one, it counts as a double crochet. Now I am going to I am going to skip 2 stitches. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, which is 1 and 2. And on the third one, I am just going to put a double crochet. So this is all going to be worked in double crochet with chaining. I mean, with making double crochets here. So this is going to be 1 double crochet. So skip 2 and make 1 double crochet. All right, now I'm going to skip another 2 stitches, 1, 2, and on the third one, I am going to put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So a shell stitch is 5 double crochets in the same stitch, like that. See that? And then I'm going to skip 2 stitches and I'm going to make a single double crochet. So 1, 2, and then I make a single double crochet here. Just like that. This is really the pattern, by the way. Looks just like that. Now on the, do another, skip another 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And on the third one, I will make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is my last one. Okay, make sure you don't do more or less. So you're going to have to count. That's the only big thing that you have to do. So if you're watching TV while you're doing this, make sure that you count the shell stitches, because if you don't, you're going to get out of whack a little bit and it's not going to look too good. So I'm going to skip 1 and 2 stitches, and on the third one, I'm going to make a single crochet. So it's a shell and a single, a shell and a single. That's how it works. And then, so it's always yarn over to make a double crochet, 1, 2, and then I'm going to make another shell. Okay, 4 and 5. So I've got 4 shells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to skip 2. And then I'm going to make a single crochet. I'm going to make 1 double crochet, sorry. Skip 2 stitches and make 1 double crochet. And then I'm going to skip another 2 stitches, and as you get towards the end, it's really hard to see it, but it's there. And then make another shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shells. Let me see. I think I messed up on this last one. So it's kind of hard to see, so you have to make sure that, okay, this is single, 1 double crochet here, and then 2 right here. This is where the shell stitch will go, 1. So this foundation stitch is really hard, the first stitch, to do the first row, foundation row, 1, 2, 3, 4, you got to pull on the tail a little bit, 5, Okay, so it looks like a shell. And then there is one last one over here where you make a double crochet at the end. And it is here, it's just hard to see. It's a double crochet at the end. 1, 2, okay. So you've got your double crochet, and then you chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you turn, and now it's going to be really easy. Now you skip 2, 1, 2, 1 stitch, 2 stitch, and then on the third one you do another shell. So the shell goes over the shell, and the single crochet will go over the single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, so the shell will go over the shell, and then where you have the single crochet, you will do another single crochet. You should be able to count 2, and then do the single crochet over the single crochet. I'm sorry, 1 double crochet over the double crochet. I keep saying single crochet, but I mean 1 double crochet, so I really apologize. Then you skip 2, and on the third one, you make another shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you see that? Okay, you don't want your yarn to get out of whack. And it does sometimes, because I'm doing some really weird things here with this for the sake of this video. All right, so I've got 2 shells made on the second row. The shells go over the shell, and you always skip 2 stitches. So another 2, 1, 2, and then a double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then skip another 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then on the third one you do 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've got 5. Really nice. It's looking very pretty. And then again, you do a single double crochet. You skip 2 and do a single double crochet. And then you skip 2 and you do 5 double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this. Okay, and then you do a double crochet, you skip 2 and you do a double crochet, and then you skip another 2 and you do another shell, which is 5 double crochets. So a shell is always 5 double crochets in the same stitch. That's what makes it look like a shell. 3, 4, and 5. And then on the last one, you do a double crochet, 1 double crochet on the last one. And sometimes it's really hard to see, but it's there. Like that. See, we got to the end, and then you chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, and then you turn over and you continue. Now you're going to continue this pattern until you get to 9 inches. And when you get to 9 inches, you've got a 9-inch block. You can donate it, or you can keep it yourself, or you can make a whole bunch of these with different yarns and sew them together, and make a whole big block. All right, so I've reached 9 by 9. This is a 9 by 9 block that I'm going to be donating. So now all I have to do is cut this, and I'm going to try to do this with my one hand. Just make a little knot and cut it. And I've got this 9 by 9 block that I can donate now, and these are all done in the shell stitch. So again, you can make this block to donate it, or you can create a bunch of blocks like that, sew them together and make a large blanket, or you can keep going and make a large scarf, or you can add more. So if you want it to be wider, you would do 28 plus 28, which would be 16, 46. You can just add 28 for as long as you want to make a longer, a wider block. Do you know what I'm saying? So you could do 28 for this size. You can add another 28. And I would do 28 times 3. I don't know what the math is, I'm sorry, off the top of my head. But I would do 28 times 3 or 28 times 4 to do a shawl, so that you could have a nice large shawl if you wanted to turn this into a shawl. Or get a bunch of your scrap yarn, different types, like another color, put them all together and make a blanket. You just sew them together. I will have a video on how to sew blocks together. So start working on your blocks. This is something you can do waiting in line at the post office, at the doctor's office, if you have to sit and wait for long periods of time. This is a really nice project, especially with the shells, because it looks very elegant and very elaborate. But it's really very easy, and will make a great project. Created by Lady T. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.